Can you stand, please? I think she'll soon be graduating from high school. Am I correct, Kalila? Yeah. So the president is looking forward to that. So we're happy to be here. Thank you, Georgia Tech, and we're going to enjoy ourselves. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jake, for introducing the delegation. At this time, I'd like to bring up Her Excellency Sarah Nyante, Minister of Foreign Affairs. I've been asked to bring her to the mic so she can bring a few official comments on behalf of the people and government of Liberia. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and His Excellency President Joseph Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia, and all of the faculty and members of Georgia Tech and everybody here today. For me, this is a great opportunity for us to be engaging with Georgia Tech at this time. Everything is about timing. There's a time to be born and a time to die. Everything is about timing, and this is the time. This is the time for us to take forward all of those things that we've agreed to do with Georgia Tech as a country that we never did. This is the time for us to think about what we did not agree with Georgia Tech and think about the opportunities and then strike them now while the iron is hot. This is the time where Liberians are hopeful, Liberians are excited, and Liberians can dream again about what Liberia can be. This is the time when we have a leadership and a president that says we must arrest the situation of poverty, we must rescue people from poverty, and Liberians should never go back to where they came from before. This is the time, and that's why we're here. We're here because of an agenda on agriculture, roads, rule of law, education, sanitation, and tourism, using those as levers to ensure that we have a new trajectory towards economic growth and development and shared prosperity for the people of Liberia. This is the time. If we don't make that change now, we may never make it. This is the time where we demonstrate what true leadership is about. This is the time where we demonstrate what true partnership is about. This is the time that we demonstrate that as part of a global committee of nations, that Liberia must take her place, and Liberia must regain her prominence, and Liberia will. Thank you so much for agreeing to be part of that journey with us as we follow the leadership of our president. He has nothing to gain besides leaving a legacy that he used the remaining years of his life fighting for Liberian children to have an opportunity to reach the levels that he has reached. Nothing else to gain. He's not looking to be rich. He's not looking to buy mansions. And I will close saying what he said the other day at the Business Summit. This is not about the next elections. It's about the next generation. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Madam Minister. So before I bring up Mr. Gus Kane, who of course worked at Morehouse College for many, many years, I think it's important to at least talk a little bit about the University Consortium for Liberia. University Consortium for Liberia was founded in 2009, and my dear friend, Dr. Lely Mpine and I, who's now married to a Liberian, I took her to Liberia. She married a Liberian, so her last name is Mpine. And we were dreaming one day about how can we organize universities to have a great impact in the country. So we came up with this consortium of universities. We started out with only a handful, and today we are very proud to announce that we have 22 universities that are focused on Liberia, strengthening education and ensuring that we have faculty exchange, student exchange, study abroad, curriculum development, technical assistance, capacity building, and all of those things. So I want to say a very special thanks to Dr. Lely Mpine for her leadership, for her support of this work. She serves on the board of directors along with Dr. Cheryl Dozier, who is a former president of Savannah State University, president emeritus, and she's also received an honorary doctorate from the University of Liberia. So we're very proud to have her here with us. Are there any other members of the board for UCL here present today? I think it's Dr. Mpine and Cheryl. If you will both stand, because you've given leadership over the past 10 or 15 years, we want to say a special thank you to you. So UCL, with our 22 institutional partners, was focused on education. Particularly, we created the program for Liberians. The only way you could get a scholarship for this program was if you were a Liberian or of Liberian descent. So we created scholarship guidelines, scholarship protocols, and over the past 10 years, we have been providing scholarships to at least 12 Liberians, many of them who have done extremely well. We have several who have graduated from Clark Atlanta University receiving their PhDs in chemistry. We have those in the mass media place. We have those who are in social work. It crosses the gamut. I had a call today from a student who is in California. He just received his law degree. So, Mr. President, we are going to prepare a comprehensive report to you and Madam Minister so you know the work that this UCL has been doing over the years. And the president has been on the Georgia Tech campus, and of course we have put a scholarship in his name. We need to reconstitute the Joseph N. Boakai Scholarship Program, and we are going to do it. So we're very excited. We are going to do, after lunch, a little bit of speed dating as it relates to those partners who are in the room. I know University of Georgia is here. I know Wellesley Center for Women is here. I know that Kennesaw State University is here. We have Savannah State University is here. We have Fort Valley State who is here. It's going to be an amazing speed dating, but the bottom line is, Mr. President, you can rest assured I serve as president and board chair of the University Consortium for Liberia. We are going to continue to fight hard for education under the ARREST agenda, and we will have some very positive outcomes moving forward. Having said that, I'd like to bring up my dear friend, Dr. Gus Cunning. He's going to talk a little bit about the president's agenda for education. Gus?
Thank you, Cynthia. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Mr. President, my president, our president, let me say that I'm very happy to say a few words on the president's educational agenda. But let me start by saying that I am happy to be in Atlanta, a place where I call my second home, a place where I served on the faculty of Morehouse College as a professor in history and political science, as well as chairman of the history department at Morehouse. So it's always a nostalgia being back here again and again, and I'm very grateful to the president for giving me this opportunity to be here. Let me say that education pillar, the education pillar is one of the critical, I will say, capacity-driven of all of the development agenda of the ARREST agenda. For the president, cultural and educational exchange are very key to addressing the challenges of the educational system in Liberia. And that's why we're here, because the president believed that cultural and educational challenge will enhance capacity building, not only for our students, but also for our faculty members. When our faculty is capacitated, then they will be able to prepare our young people for nation building. And so for the president, cultural and educational exchange is the way to go. Why? Because it will produce teaching skills. It will produce curriculum development, and it will produce research capabilities. And for the president, research collaboration and research projects It's the way to go. Why? Then we'll be able to address the problems of the challenges that we face in the education in Liberia. But not only that, it would also inform the policy decisions of the arrest agenda. So therefore, as far as the president is concerned, we are here coming, knocking at doors to make sure that this cultural and educational exchange take place. It had started before. We had the Fulbright, the Humphrey, the exchange. We have AMEU signing MOUs with Savannah State. We have UL signing MOUs with Georgia Tech. And this time, the president is saying, my vision is on education. Why? Because to make a great nation, you must have a state and a nation that is well educated. So, Mr. President, we thank you for allowing us to be here. And Georgia Tech, what a wonderful time, as the Minister of Foreign Affairs said. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Kone. So ladies and gentlemen, I know lunch is still being prepared. We're going to take good advantage of this time, and I'm so honored as the President and CEO of the University Consortium for Liberia to introduce His Excellency Joseph N. Boakai Sr. He will come to the podium to bring remarks on his arrest agenda with a particular focus on education. We're so very excited, Mr. President. I'm so very happy to call you Mr. President. I worked with you. I worked with you for many years when you were Vice President, and now you are our President. So please, we welcome you to, please, if you all would stand, as His Excellency comes to the microphone. Thank you, Mr. President.
Good afternoon. Please have your seats. Thank you, Cynthia. I know you call yourself a former honorary Consul General. We still have to talk about that. I want to greet you again and say thanks for this opportunity. All of you, faculty and leaders of this great institution. We happen to be here this afternoon. Why education? I was born of illiterate parents, never went to school. And out of 5 boys, I'm the only one who went to school. And I would say almost nobody sent me. I started working from grade school, high school, college, all the way. Never had a vacation. I had to stay to work. My livelihood, my mother was a handicap and no father to look at. So it's because of education that I'm here today. And so education means a lot to character building, to individual building, to nation building. And so we want to thank you all for the opportunity. Maybe you don't know how much you contribute to the world. We talk about Nursing Without Borders. Well, it is your impact of knowledge to people without borders, because you have an institution, people come from all over to get educated, to go back to build nations. And so that's how important you are. So we are here today to let you know that you are making the greatest of contribution to the world, and we believe in that. I always say I didn't run to be president because I wanted to be president. But a country needs leadership. So maybe we confuse them. When we meet with international people and they talk about elections, all they look for, the election was peaceful. Whether the election produced good leaders, it's not their business. It was peaceful. And we've been the victim of that. Our country was brought all the way back for the lack of true leadership. It was based on popularity for a footballer who just didn't even know what was happening. And so we said we needed to rescue our country. To rescue the country, we said, let's rescue Liberia. And thank God to the Liberians, they took us seriously because they knew we meant business. They knew the country was in trouble. And so the citizens of our country stood. It wasn't because of real good organized election, because we went biometric, and as a matter of fact, it's one of the things that I want to talk about in the future. Now we start preparation if we're going to go into those things there at an early stage. The leadership was not really prepared for election. They were very reluctant in everything, but we were determined, and the Liberians were determined to make sure that they rescue their country. And so we went into it, and thank God we're here. We're not here because we wanted to be president, but even with a program with the Consortium of Universities, we lost sight of that debate because everything became political. The president of the University of Liberia, I went to Arizona, and we had an offer to work with the community colleges. I invited him. He was not interested because he was someone in opposition. That's the problem of our country. We don't see country. And that's what I said. Our politics is not about the next election, it's about the next generation. We want to see our country move out. We have a lot of resources that are taken out of our country that we cannot account for. All we talk about, on July 26th, Liberia will be 177 years. I'm ashamed to talk about that. One time I had the late Dr. Sawyer. What do we celebrate? Is it age or achievement? He couldn't answer the question. And so, as I am always thinking about Liberia, and I got up one day, I got up in the middle of the night, and I wrote, Think Liberia, Love Liberia, and Build Liberia. Because when you think about something, you love it, you contribute to it. And so that had become a slogan. And we came up with Arrest. First, I didn't want to have 2 hours because I didn't want for people to think I would after people to have them arrested. So we had, but some people insisted. We put a second hour for the rule of law. So we have agriculture, we have roads, because with all of the years we have, with all of the good things we have in Liberia, you can't get to them. Then the rule of law, education. right in the middle there. Sanitation linked to health and tourism, for which we have enormous opportunity compared to other places. As a matter of fact, I received invitation last night, upon arrival, that there will be a group of, I don't know how many people from where, going to Liberia for surfing. I'm told we have some of the best conditions for surfing, and just the beginning of it. So we are here today to underscore the need, the desire to work with all of you to improve the educational standard of our country. When people talk about Africa, with all due respect, you look at our flag, it looks like yours. I don't know whether you copy from us or what. But I'm sure we've been related for a long time. You say Liberia, they say America. There's no way you can get it. In this country, we have more than 500,000 Liberians. When you don't bring Liberians here, they haven't gone anywhere. They can go anywhere. They have to come to America. But then again, sometimes I come here and I tease them. I say, the Americans say we shall welcome, and Liberians say we shall come over. Because we have everything there. What we need is education and love of our country to improve upon what God has given us. Not that we won't be coming here, but at least we'll come here to share knowledge too. And so today, we're very happy to be here again after many years of our visit here with Madam Savannah looking right at me. And we've been together to discuss education, Liberia. This is a country where when people put up a building, they call it a school. A school is not a building, it's a people. A hospital is not a building, train people. That's what we need to show. And we would like to work with you. We are trying to even now diaspora relations, and I see one of my very big supporters back there, because we want to build relationship with our people here. We got a lot of people here. I like to see in Liberia a lot of people who I call sometimes retired but not tired, who can go over there, render about 3 months of service. Some of them are around looking for pay, but an opportunity to contribute and be recognized. So today, I'm happy that we're here, and I'm quite upset with stopgap. You start something, go on with it. Day in, day out, we meet visitors, people talking about investment here and there. And I have learned to tell them, I don't believe in NATO, no action, talk only. When you talk, you move and do something. And that's what we were here for. I want to thank you. We look up to you for this great partnership. And once we start, let's continue so that even some of our, before I came, I launched the digital program for Liberia, for the 15 countries, because sometimes we believe that the capital is all that matters. But every China country is trained to be a Liberian to serve that country. And so these are the kind of programs that we want to work with. These are the programs that want for you to help us. You You are our DHL. We make the pronouncement and you tell us how to do it. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so very, very much, Mr. President, for your vision and your leadership. And we are so excited because now I believe all hands are on deck and the statement has been made very clear. I'm seeing that bread is coming out, so I'm wondering, we are going to do some speed dating to hear from our partners, but let me see, I think they're getting ready for lunch.